So what we have here is a roof console. We've all seen these. Part number. So it's not made for a KUN 26R N70. But today I'm going to show you how to make these universal consoles fit in any car. So I picked it up on Marketplace, good price, supposedly brand new. They brought it and it was the wrong one for their car. So I picked it up pretty much half price, a little bit less. So you start by obviously taking out your lights and putting in the mounting brackets. Pretty simple, you only really need a couple of tools, you know. And this one we're going to have to modify because it won't fit. It needs to go right back in here, either that way or spin it around this way. So I'm going to have to cut the roof and find some drill holes. And there's plenty of steel there that's not the roof, so let's get cracking. You can see I've temporarily mounted it just by securing the bolts up in here. And what I'm going to do is, you can see where it's not designed for this car. There's a little hack for this. Get your pen, get a little block of wood, tape it on, and essentially follow your roof line, and it will mark out your roof line along the edge. You cut the plastic to the shape of your roof as close to the original cut as possible. Reattach this rubber sleeve. Bob's your uncle, fits your roof perfectly. Pretty simple, but what I'm going to do is leave it the way it is. I'm going to secure it up in there now, measure it up. I'm going to use my pen, mark where I need to cut the roof lining, and then find where I need to drill some holes to screw in that plate so I can secure that end. And she's in. But the reason I'm leaving this gap here is because I am also going to get a, what you call them, a windscreen shelf, and install that. There's a few for the Land Cruiser. Again, going to modify it for this purpose, so at least the window they can, you know, shut to about there. Then I've got a shelf here for the passenger, and on that side it's going to be a switch block all the way across. So I'm hoping the window visors go to about there, and that'll come to the edge of this groove because I want to pick up the mounting points from here, here, and also the corner of here. So that's in a future episode. Let's keep going on modifying this. Well, there she is, back on again. And what we'll notice is that plate there, as I suspected it would be, is not at the right angle. So it needs to come up to the roof, so we'll pull that out and bend it, and get it into the right position. Thankfully, we don't have to take the whole thing back off again at the moment. Just unscrew it here. We'll take the plate out. So I've got her in the vise and go over a good whack. And that's it, I think. She's up there. Well, there it is, marked out. Don't worry, I know what they all mean. But that's pretty much what you got to do. Alright, so we'll get on to the next stage. Go on, give me your best workmanship and see if it's as good as mine. Shut up!
We left yesterday. I did me dodgy tradesman marks, and then yeah, I had a pretty bad call, family emergency. Cancer, so might be a little bit down, but I want to get this video out, get it finished, and we'll see how future episodes go. Get through this issue with the family after this episode and see how life pans out. It's pretty devastating news. We'll see what happens. So yeah, let's finish this off and get it in and get some viewing pleasure out there for you guys. Thank you.
So now she's mounted. I haven't done it up yet, but she's pretty much exactly where I wanted it. Let's see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of foam and stick it under that bit. Well, there she is, all mounted. You can see a bit of foam just to take up the slack on it. So this is my old map reader power source, and that's just live. You don't even have to have the ignition on for that, so that will be up there to power the CB radio when I install one. I do already have the one down here. So now we've got to wire this in. It's pretty simple. This will wire to, right, you have your on off and your door controller, so they're both the positive. And that's your negative, so I've got to make a negative strap, ground it out one of these bolts. There we go. It's always good practice to test everything when it's done, so move it on. Now we're going to turn that off and open the door. Nothing. Shut the door. Switch that. Comes up. Yep, sure works. Sweet. Let's get about mounting it and then seeing the finished product. She is all done. What's going to happen in the future is I'm going to do a switch panel across there, so that will hide that little gap. And on this side I'll just do a little glove compartment. As you can see, it doesn't affect the vision in any. Said with my last video, it's all about having a go. Look, these roof consoles, I've never been a fan. I've never even considered buying one for the main reason, the price. I'm not going to mention brands, names, but I mean, they have a monopoly on the market. They're the only ones available, and they're charging $500. Now, I don't believe it. These are worth $500. I don't see where that money goes to. These, and you can't go on a high inflation and cost of living at the moment, but they've always been $500. I think that's a rip-off, so I've never brought one until I seen this one come up on Marketplace. It's cheap. Wasn't even for my car. I thought, nah, I'm gonna have a go. You can modify anything to fit anything. I think it looks good. So $500, no, but if you see one of these on Marketplace, have a go. You'll make it fit. A little bit of modification, grab your tools. I just think it'll complement the windscreen shelf that I am eventually going to install in this thing. So have a go. Don't buy full price. Like, subscribe, share. Get onto the new Facebook page. We'll see what goes on there. There'll be a lot of things to interact with. Throw us a DM on Messenger. Whatever hate speech, fucking go on. Do your best. Like, subscribe, share. Like I said, let's get onto it.